The hour is 7 o'clock. The day is the 21st of October, and the year is 1962, though some say it may be our last. We thank you for tuning into CBS News. Tonight, the agenda: rising tension between the United States and Soviet-backed Fidel Castro over the reports of Soviet military interactions in Cuba.
The Pentagon earlier today, October 22nd, confirmed reports that the Soviet Union has installed ballistic missiles in Cuba, citing photographs taken from U-2 spy planes flying over the island. This, of course, puts only 90 miles between the United States and a possible nuclear strike.
NBC News is now reporting that destruction nearly struck a United States Naval Task Force there as they trained their guns on a Soviet supply convoy en route for Cuba. Thankfully, the Soviets backed down and retreated from the blockade. May the day, October 23rd, go down in military history as a near global tragedy.
On this present day of October the 24th, year of our Lord 1962, President John Fitzgerald Kennedy delivered a powerful speech implying imminent confrontation with Fidel Castro's communist regime over his possession of Soviet nuclear missiles. May God bless us all during these troubling times in our world.
All right. So I assume you gentlemen all know why we've brought you here.
No I don't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your assistant mentioned something about free donuts, so...
No. No free donuts.
What?
Don't any of you know what's been going on in the world?
Declan, I don't even know what year this is supposed to be in.
A million times. 1962. Now shut up and get back into character. Nobody knows what's been going on? You're joking. Don't any of you watch the news? Really? Don't any of you own a television? A radio? Jesus Christ, a room full of the top White House strategists and not one of them owns so much as a freaking radio.
I've got a pretty neat baseball card collection. Where am I?
I don't think you're helping.
Honestly, you're really not.
You know, I don't really believe in modern media.
What is that supposed to mean, huh?
Well, you know, it's all just lies. None of it's true.
Well, I find that pretty hard to believe.
It's absolutely true. They make things up all the time.
Like,
did you know there's no such thing as the Soviet Union? It's still all just Russia. The whole thing is just a ploy done by the big news broadcasting stations in order to stir up the American people, get them to attend more baseball games, to ease their nerves, sell more hot dogs, and in turn run the world out of pork.
Okay. Thank you for that. Well, unfortunately, I've got to run now, so I'm going to leave the direction of this task under Secretary of Defense, Robert McNamara.
Wait, but we don't even
Gentlemen,
know.
I thank you all for coming. As you all may know, I am the President's Secretary of Defense.
No, you're not.
Excuse me?
You're actually not.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting you look nothing like Robert McNamara.
Yeah, you don't sound anything like him either.
And how do you know that?
We've all been working domestic defense strategy for years. You'd think we wouldn't know what the Secretary of Defense would look like?
Hey, what does he look like?
Fair point, but the audience won't know the difference.
We've got an audience?
Yeah, this is gonna go on television.
Wow, I might just have to buy one now.
Okay, big fancy man, then why are we here?
Well, as I'm sure all of you know...
Nope.
What?
We don't know. We know nothing. None of us read or watch the news.
Yeah, I don't even know how to read.
Oh, well, tensions with Cuba have reached an all-time high. Our U-2 spy planes have photographed the Soviets installing...
The Russians.
Yes, thank you, sorry. We photographed the Russians installing missiles... Wait.
There's no such thing as the Soviets.
Just don't worry about it. Just keep going.
We photographed the Soviets installing ballistic missiles in Cuba. Castro now has the ability to wield nuclear weapons as powerful as our own.
Well, that's good, isn't it? Well, won't it help to stabilize the geopolitical atmosphere of the Western Hemisphere?
Caution yourself with what you say here.
Well, I mean, like, for nearly 20 years, the United States has been the only power in the Western Hemisphere to possess nuclear weapons, so we've had an unnatural dominance on the state of political affairs. Given that Cuba now has their own nuclear missiles, there will be a certain balanced tension in diplomacy on the American continents.
Did you just admit to being a communist sympathizer?
No, not at all. Rather, I'm just saying...
Slap my salami, that man's a commie.
It's mad.
It's mad, alright, but you're the mad one for wanting to give the Cubans nukes.
No, not like that. Mad. Mutually assured destruction.
Stop your socialist jargon, you Soviet baboon.
Guard, remove him from this room at once.
Yes, sir. What would you like me to do with him?
Have him taken to Guantanamo. Go on, what is it?
Guantanamo wasn't open until 2002.
That late, really? Crap. Alcatraz?
Yeah, but that'll close next year.
How do you know?
Google.
What?
Never mind.
Alright, then I want you to ensure the torture and beheading of everyone he had ever loved. Everyone who had ever loved him, and anyone who had ever seen him in the past 24 hours, or sold him a corn dog in the past 72. Then he will return here with his remains.
Yes, sir.
You know, you never explained why we're here.
Well, you see, the Pentagon is crawling with Soviet spies. That's why I've dressed you up as private school students and brought you to this high school.
No, I mean, what do you want us to do?
You guys are here to develop a plan to denuclearize the Caribbean.
So what's the actual problem?
The Soviets have missiles in Cuba.
Are they intercontinental?
No, they're not ICBMs.
So what's the concern?
Cuba's only 90 miles from Florida.
Exactly. That there's our problem.
Why don't we take Cuba and push it somewhere else?
Alright, you can let me go now.
Sure.
Why'd you bring him back here?
Well, my orders were to remove him from the premises at once, ensure the torture and beheading of everyone he had ever loved, anyone who had ever loved him, anyone who had seen him in the past 24 hours, and anyone who had sold him a churro in the past 72. Then to return here with the remains. I was never told that he himself should be decapitated. And so, I have returned with his remains. So, where I see it, it's not a problem anymore.
Why don't we assassinate this Fidel Castro, get our own guy in there?
Yeah, like that's gonna happen. I've been working with the CIA on that for nearly 3 years, and not a single attempt has gotten anywhere.
How many times have you tried?
638.
Jesus Christ.
I really thought that LSD one would work. Yeah, that's half the reason we're in this mess in the first place. We've tried and failed to kill him more times than we ever did with Hitler. Personally, I don't think it's Castro that we have to kill.
Well, who is it then?
Che Guevara?
No. It's not the East that's been causing problems. It's been the West.
What are you alluding to?
This man is talking nonsense.
The problem in the Caribbean isn't Cuba. It's the influence of America in Cuba.
Blasphemy!
Calm down.
You're not gonna sit here and listen to this heretic.
We're gonna at least hear him out.
It's not Castro who we have to kill. It's Kennedy.
That's the president, right?
Why, I oughta...
Say, what's your problem?
We're just gonna let this commie bastard threaten the life of our president?
Yeah, sure.
I don't see why not.
Just that's enough out of you, Mr. Oswald.
So what's this communist name?
Oswald. Harvey Oswald. Lee Harvey Oswald.
I swear to God, you so much as touch a hair on Jack Kennedy's head, Mr. Harley Oswald, I'll kill you myself.
Settle down, Mr. Ruby, settle down. Lyndon and I would never let anything happen to Jack Kennedy.
What was that?
Oh, that sound means we're done here.
We're done? What? Why?
That alarm means the world has already begun to descend into total nuclear annihilation. The Cuban missiles have probably already hit the eastern seaboard by now.
Oh.
Either that or someone has tried to flush too much toilet paper. I don't know, I confuse two all the time. Either way, I'm out of here.
Well, what are we supposed to do now?
The hell if I know. I'm gonna go check on a few promising grassy knolls.
Say, are you guys thinking what I'm thinking?
Probably not.
Hey baby, won't you take a chance? Say that you'll let me have this dance. Oh, listen. Oh, listen. Go to the twist and stop the mashed potato too. Any old dance that you wanna do. But listen. Oh, listen. Hey baby, yeah, you throw me so. Hold me tight, don't you let me go. Oh, listen. Oh, listen. We'll do the twist and stop the mashed potato too. Any old dance that you wanna do. But listen. But listen. Okay, wait.
Hi, kids. Look at some delicious magic with the extra good chocolate-flavored syrup, Bosco. Now watch. Take ice cream, spoon on extra rich, extra thick, extra chocolatey Bosco syrup. There's the best chocolate flavor you ever tasted. More Bosco magic. Cake, ice cream, topped with extra thick, extra chocolatey Bosco syrup. Try it. Bosco also makes milk chocolatey delicious. Tell Mom to get Bosco chocolate-flavored syrup for you. Sing out,
I love Bosco. It's rich in chocolate tea. Chocolate-flavored Bosco is mighty good for me. Mama puts it in my milk for extra energy. Bosco gives me iron and sunshine vitamin D. Oh, I love Bosco. That's the drink for me.